Welcome to Ms. Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 20 things censored on Disney+.
If you want to stay on top, you have to think outside the box.
Oh my god, I can't believe what I just witnessed.
I think I changed my mind.
For this list, we'll be looking at various scenes from movies and TV shows that are censored on Disney+. Which of these do you find the most jarring? Let us know in the comments. Number 20. Accidental adult content. The Santa Claus. Intentional or not, this line from the Santa Claus was the reason for a lot of concern from parents back in the 90s.
What are you talking about?
Why, you ask? Well, a seemingly harmless joke about an adult entertainment phone line accidentally used a real number in the script, leading curious kids to call the number and, well, you get the idea.
Here's Neil's mom's number in case.
1-800-SPANK-ME. I know that number.
And a Merry Christmas to you too.
Parents were not happy, and the scene was edited on both home video and Disney+. It's still there, but the characters don't reference the number at all anymore, and the scene goes on as if the joke never existed.
You don't want kids running around using their imaginations.
Number 19. Isis, Hannah Montana. Serving as a parody of Madonna, Isis appears in the second season Hannah Montana episode Yet Another Side of Me. She's a singer known for frequently reinventing her look, and by the end of the episode, she steals Hannah Montana's.
You want to know how I survived all these years? Change. Constant change. New looks, new sound. You have to know what's next and do it first.
While this character was named Isis in the original airing, she was subsequently renamed Ice in later repeats, and this censored version of the episode is the one found on Disney+.
Oh, I see. ISIS is here.
Oops.
It's very likely that Disney wanted to dissociate from the Islamic State of Iraq and Syria, an organization that has been accused of various crimes against humanity. Number 18. Bust Reduction, Knick Knack. A crudely animated short film from 1989, Knick Knack was produced by Pixar and directed by John Lasseter, who would later direct the first two Toy Story films. Found within the short are various knickknacks with rather large busts. But when the short film was re-released alongside Finding Nemo in 2003, the animation was altered to reduce their bust size. A mermaid knick-knack was also seen with starfish pasties, but this was later changed into a seashell bra. It's this altered version that can be found on Disney+. However, Lasseter was quick to place the blame on himself rather than Disney, as he personally made the changes after becoming a father. Number 17. The King of Disney Easter Eggs, The Lion King. It has long been suggested that The Lion King contains a rather cheeky Easter egg. The legend goes that when Simba flops to the ground and kicks up a cloud of dust, the word sex forms in the individual dust motes. An animator for the film named Tom Cito acknowledged the inclusion of the Easter egg, although he claims that it spells SFX as a nod to the effects animators. But it doesn't really matter now, because modern viewers can't see it anyway.
Hey, Pumbaa! Not in front of the kids.
Oh, sorry.
This scene was altered for the 2002 IMAX re-release, and all further home and streaming releases have retained the censored scene. Number 16. The Fez symbol, Gravity Falls. In the original run of Gravity Falls, the character of Grunkle Stan wears a fez adorned with a fish-shaped figure. Within the canon of the show, this is the symbol of the Royal Order of the Holy Mackerel, to which Grunkle Stan belongs.
Here we go.
However, the symbol bears a slight resemblance to that of the Floridian Masonic Society, the Shriners. As a result, the symbol was removed for the show's streaming on Disney+, much to the frustration of series creator Alex Hirsch.
If only they knew how evil he really was!
He penned a rather harsh tweet after learning of the change, stating that it was removed for, quote, no reason, and that Disney, quote, can't keep track of what they're pretending to be concerned about this week.
Such accusations!
Number 15. Max gets a little too close to Roxanne, a Goofy movie. Those watching a Goofy movie on Disney Plus will quickly notice a bit of censorship, as it occurs within the first 30 seconds. The movie's opening dream sequence sees Roxanne flying towards Max and landing in his outstretched arms. In the original version, Max's nose is squished into Roxanne's falling chest, but this was supposedly deemed problematic by Disney and altered for both the streaming and recent Blu-ray releases.
I can't believe I did that!
In the Disney Plus version, the distance between Max's nose and Roxanne's bust was increased, meaning Roxanne lands further away from Max's face and his nose doesn't bump into her chest. Number 14, Duck You, Clock Cleaners. Often regarded as one of Disney's greatest shorts, Clock Cleaners runs a swift 8 minutes and was released in the fall of 1937, featuring Walt Disney himself as the voice of Mickey Mouse.
Hey, come on, cut the clowning, will you?
One scene sees Donald Duck fighting with a mainspring, asking the question, "Says who?" and calling it a snake in the grass. However, Donald's goofy voice makes the words hard to discern, and some people believed he was swearing.
Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Both instances were altered for a 2001 DVD release, and the Disney Plus release has retained the changes. The "Says Who" has been significantly cleaned up to be more discernible, and the "snake in the grass" line has been completely replaced by a slew of angry shouts.
Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Number 13, throwing an acorn, The Emperor's New Groove. While it wasn't a major commercial success, The Emperor's New Groove has found a new generation of fans thanks primarily to the funny internet memes.
Oh, yeah. It's all coming together.
However, new fans are not getting the movie in its full intended glory. In the original version of the film, an irritated Cusco throws a small rock at Pacha's head.
What? I didn't do anything. Somebody's throwing stuff.
In future Blu-ray releases and the Disney Plus streaming release, this small rock was changed into an acorn. It's not really a big deal, and it still has the same comedic effect.
What? I didn't do anything. Somebody's throwing stuff.
But if Disney is that concerned with violence, why didn't they just make it an acorn in the first place? Number 12, a whole new movie, Aladdin. The Disney Plus version of Aladdin opens with a content warning, quote, acknowledging its harmful impact. And while they claim that nothing has been altered, that doesn't seem to be the case. The opening song has retained changes that were made for the DVD, swapping out the lyrics,
where they cut off your ear if they don't like your face. It's barbaric, but hey, it's home.
to
where it's flat and immense and the heat is intense.
Those changes were made after the American Arab Anti-Discrimination Committee criticized Disney for cultural insensitivity. Furthermore, Aladdin's whispered line, "Good tiger, take off and go," was removed as well because people thought he was seeing something much worse. Number 11, messed up censorship, Free Solo. Found on Disney Plus is the Academy Award-winning documentary Free Solo, which details Alex Honnold's attempt to climb Yosemite's El Capitan without the help of ropes or harnesses. In the original version, Honnold utters the line,
I don't know, so I've thought about this since 2009. Like each year since 2009, I've been like, this is the year. And then each year I climb it and I'm like, this isn't the year. It's like, this is.
This line was completely redubbed for the Disney Plus release, changing effed up to messed up. Later in the documentary, the word goddamn has been removed when Honnold states,
that is the goddamn warrior spirit,
changing it to just, this is the warrior spirit. Free Solo was originally given a PG-13 rating for brief, strong language, and it seems like it was just a little too strong for Disney's liking. Number 10, a musical for the whole family, Hamilton. In the summer of 2020, the cultural phenomenon that is Hamilton came exclusively to Disney Plus, only fans were quick to notice that some things were a little different. Primarily, 2 F words that were removed from the musical in order to avoid an R rating. The first comes in Yorktown, The World Turned Upside Down, when an utterance of the F word from Hercules Mulligan was muted.
Hercules Mulligan, I need know what you done when you knock me down, I get the back up.
The second is in Washington on Your Side, when a reversing record sound has been placed over a nasty word harmonized by Jefferson, Madison, and Burr. It may come as quite a shock to Hamilton purists who have listened to the soundtrack 10,000 times, but hey, It's for the kids.
Show these veterans who they're up against. Oh, Southern mother, Democratic Republican.
Number 9, Horseplay, Bluey. We open this entry with a question. What could a program geared towards toddlers possibly have content-wise that could warrant censoring? Would you believe poop? Yep.
That was disgusting. Yeah.
There's a scene in the first season episode Markets that features a horse doing his business after being pet by a group of kids. On Disney Plus, the scene now only shows the horse wagging his tail.
Goodbye, Buttermilk. You're so beautiful.
Elsewhere, there was also the temporary removal of 2 episodes titled Teasing and Flat Pack.
You are!
What? Since when?
We changed your name.
You can't change my name.
Parental pressure and complaints led to it being excluded in the series run on Disney Plus. Number 8, Don't Try This at Home, Lilo and Stitch. Ask any child of the 80s which episode of Punky Brewster they remember, and the odds are pretty good that they'll reference that one time Cherry Johnson got locked in an old refrigerator.
75, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85.
Maybe this explains the inspiration for 2002's Lilo and Stitch, where Lilo originally chooses a dryer for her hiding place. The version on Disney Plus has since been changed in quite possibly the weirdest way. The dryer was turned into a cupboard of sorts, with the top of a pizza box acting as the dryer's door. This was presumably changed so that kids wouldn't get the idea to try this stunt themselves. Or, they could just go back and watch some Punky instead. Number 7, No Joking Matter, That's So Raven. Some of the edits in this list have been pretty silly or funny, but there's nothing humorous about the implications behind this joke.
If anyone present has any objection to this...
Yeah, I do.
Honey, the I do's don't come until later.
There's a reference to R. Kelly made during the episode There Goes the Bride, when Raven says she's 15 to a crowd who believes she's getting married to an older man.
I love your son. Oh, no, y'all don't understand. I'm only 15.
The joke was taken out when That's So Raven migrated to Disney Plus. The episode Driving Miss Lazy also features a loud conversation where some viewers claim to have heard Raven drop a disparaging racial remark.
Oh, we gotta gas.
Out of gas? Eddie?
Don't edit me. It's not my fault.
You gotta put gas in the car. That's what makes it go.
Well, you're the one that can see the future. How come you couldn't see us running out of gas?
I don't know why you want to put my space.
The episode has since been edited with the conversation mixed so that no real dialogue can be discerned. Number 6, Smoking, The Muppet Christmas Carol. The removal and censoring of tobacco imagery is something comparatively recent in the world of movies and television. It was never a big deal for protagonists to be seen smoking in the past, but today's entertainment requires a warning advisory if that sort of content is included.
Well now, let's see.
The Muppet Christmas Carol, available on Disney Plus, no longer includes the street choir conductors smoking a cigarette, with the offending nicotine stick having since been digitally removed.
Christmas morning!
Any Jim Henson fans wishing to see the unedited image as part of the film as a whole should either check the recent Blu-ray version of the film or dig out their old VHS.
Humbug.
Number 5, Pick a Change, Any Change, The Simpsons. There have actually been a bunch of changes made to The Simpsons on Disney Plus, with some episodes having gone missing altogether. Specifically, the famous episode that featured the King of Pop, Michael Jackson, as a guest star is gone, perhaps due to the controversy behind the documentary Leaving Neverland.
Joe's crematorium. You kill him, we grill him.
Hello? Who is this?
I'm Bart Simpson. Who the hell are you?
I'm Michael Jackson.
The Michael Jackson? No way.
A joke at the Catholic Church's expense in the episode Sunday, Cruddy Sunday now omits the word Catholic altogether, opting for the use of just the word church.
The church. We've made a few changes.
These Super Bowl commercials are weird.
Also, the episode Gorgeous Grandpa leaves out the Harlem Shake parody during the opening couch gag. We're not too sure what that's about though. Maybe they figured we wouldn't remember what it was? Leave your theories in the comments.
Do the Homer shake.
Number 4, no butts allowed. Splash. Disney is a family-friendly company. We all know this. We also know, however, that the company experimented with some awesome, more PG-rated fare back in the 70s and 80s, such as The Black Hole, Midnight Madness, and The Black Cauldron.
You did come for the Black Cauldron, didn't you? Good. Then climbing? It will only cost you your life.
However, this doesn't mean that Disney Plus is about to allow nudity on their watch, however brief. If you're thinking of the movie Splash, you'd be right on. The version on the streaming service has added a mound of what we can assume is CGI hair, or fur as one Twitter user puts it, to Daryl Hannah's nude behind. Is this computer-generated cover-up distracting? Why yes it is. In fact, it seems to draw more attention to Hannah's body than if it had just been left unedited. Number 3, PG-13, Adventures in Babysitting. The 80s were a different time. We've already made mention of changing social norms, how they affect censorship, and what's considered acceptable with regards to film ratings.
I've got the babysitting blues, babysitting blues.
The 80s classic Adventures in Babysitting was rated PG-13, which means that it was technically allowed one F-bomb. But don't go looking for that iconic line on the Disney Plus cut.
Watch your mouth. You big city scum sucker.
Instead, Elizabeth Shue says something about not fooling with the babysitter, which is just lame if you ask us. Incidentally, a homophobic remark early on in the film was changed to the word weirdo, but this edit goes way back to when the film was originally shown on television.
No. Take back what you said about Thor! Take it back, Brad! Take back what you said about Thor!
Obviously, it's also been kept that way for the streaming platform. Number 2, casting couch credits, Toy Story 2. If you were a parent who stayed for the credits of Toy Story 2 when it was first released in theaters, you may have been surprised by the crassness of a particular end credit scene.
I am so sorry.
It made an implicit reference to the endemic Hollywood practice of aspiring actors and actresses being pressured into doing favors in exchange for a role.
I'm sorry, are we back?
There's nothing funny about it, which perhaps explains why this joke was cut on later versions of Toy Story 2. During the original credits, Sneaky Pete insinuates that he can get a pair of Barbie dolls roles in Toy Story 3, presumably for something in return.
Yes, anytime you'd like some tips on acting, I'd be glad to chat with you.
We get dark humor, but this is definitely pretty skeezy, especially for a movie aimed at kids. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, a history of edits. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? A whole lot has been edited from the original run of Who Framed Roger Rabbit. For starters, Baby Herman raising his middle finger has been removed.
I'll be in my trailer, taking a nap! Excuse me, Toots.
And by this, we mean it was digitally painted over. Remember animated icon Betty Boop and her revealing dress slip over at the Ink and Paint Club?
What's with him?
Mr. Acme never misses a night when Jessica performs.
Got a thing for rabbits, eh?
Thankfully, saved from prying eyes. Then there's that infamous reveal when Jessica Rabbit takes a tumble out of Benny the Cab. That's also been made more kid-friendly on Disney+. In actuality, all of these changes were from before streaming platforms, meaning that you're gonna have to treasure those old Laserdiscs, VHS tapes, or simply your memories if you're on the hunt for an unedited version of this classic. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from Ms. Mojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.